So this big code base already tested by his tester. You know tester? The
Yeah.
people who will test your functionality, big code base. So whenever you do some code change, right? Then whenever we do code change, why we do code change? Because of some bug
To
fix.
update the bug
Bug fix
fix,
or
add new
developing,
actions,
yeah, or
functions,
adding new features,
features. Yeah, exactly.
right? Whenever you do all those things, how you can give the guaranteed whatever changes you do, it will not impact other people code, right? How you can ensure it is not going to impact other developer code, right? Answer is don't know. Are you following me? You do not have anything to do. No? You cannot tell all those things. Yes, you know, problem.
Hmm.
Yes.
So that's why JUnit is right. You have to write JUnit for your code. Why? If you have, I'm telling you, I'll tell you, I'm not teaching you theoretically, right? I don't know what's written in the book, what's on the internet is, right? I'm going to tell you what I'm facing in my daily life regarding this. Got it? So JUnit comes into two flavors, JUnit 4 and JUnit 5. So latest version is, any guess? 5.
5.
So I'll tell you what is the benefit of JUnit 5. So now my focus is not 4, 5, right? So any version is fine as long as we understand. So let's understand why we should write it, right? JUnit is a open source a regression testing framework. What? In one line. Hmm? It is open source regression testing framework. Hmm? It is Java based open source regression testing framework. I hope this point is clear to you. Your question may be why JUnit? No, this is not a question. Why JUnit?
Uh,
Yes.
Nagendra, regression is like that's the that's already
It
built.
means
That's why regression,
no,
or
no,
like
no,
what
no,
this
no.
is.
Regression means if you do some code change and you want to see the impact of it.
Okay.
So
So
why JUnit? The first thing is it is a regression testing framework. Regression testing framework, right? Regression testing means if you do some code change, it will show the impact of it. Second, uh, it makes it makes your code it makes your code more robust. Hey, you know robust? Robust meaning is if you do some code change, it will tell you the impact of it, right? That is the meaning of robust. Hmm? So it is a regression testing framework. It makes your code robust. Third, it provides good documentation. It provides good documentation. Documentation means if you want to understand the code of project, you can go and refer it. You can also detect. You can also detect dead code. I don't know. You know dead code, the code which is not going to be executed at all. You can find with the help of JUnit, right? Fifth, it also plays an important role with Jenkins. I'll tell you all those things. Fine. For today, important thing is of JUnit is if you do some code change, it will tell you the function. It will tell you the impact of it. Let me give you a good example. Uh, if you are dealing with project, right, banking project, and if you develop some new functionality or you added some new code, right? If JUnit is not there, what problem you can face? You have fixed one issue, but it produces many bugs, and you would be never come to know unless and until it is being tested. Big problem or not?
Mm-hmm.
People will kill you.
Yes.
Why? You have fixed one bug but produces many
Mm-hmm.
bug altogether.
Or trash
So
is something.
problem was you don't have JUnit. That's why you are not able to catch it, right? So if you do some code change, right, and you want to say, oh my God, whatever code change I have done, it is going to impact other people on code or not. What you can do? You can run the JUnit on that. Hmm? You can run JUnit. Got it? So JUnit is really, really very important. If you don't know the what JUnit is, means you don't know the power of it. That's why you say I don't know. Okay, you got it or
People,
confused? Let me tell you, I'm your manager, right? And your software development is almost completed, and it is in last moment. And I came to you and I said, oh my God, I forget one thing. Okay, you have to implement this also. Means you got my point. So you tell me if I ask you the
Yes.
last moment some code change, new function, code change or some functional change, how you can give the guaranteed if you make that one changes, right? It is not going to impact some other people code. You don't have any other way. You would say, sir, I have to implement it. After that, we have to test whole thing. Then only I can tell you. Yes, you know.
mm-hmm.
Yes.
But if you have JUnit, you can make the code changes, and JUnit will tell you in a couple of minutes it will impact other people code or not. Right? This is a big thing. Yes, you know. So
Yes.
JUnit is really big thing. If your code base is very huge, large, right? If you do some code change and you want to see this code change is okay or not, run the JUnit and it will tell you. Nice.
So
And
we don't have
JUnit,
to run the project.
no need to run the project. You don't need database. You don't need Tomcat. Nothing, nothing. That's
Okay.
the same thing I'm going to write it. 6 point, right? You can run it as a standalone. You can
Oh, this will be standalone.
run it JUnit, right? You can run it. You can run
Oh,
JUnit.
so it's like a
I'll
new
just
software kind or what?
standalone. I'll show you. Okay. You
So
can run
only
it as
this
a
runs only
standalone.
one block.
Yeah. And another thing is JUnit you always write for business layer. Please remember it.
Nikhil.
Hmm. JUnit you always write for business layer. Oh, Mr. Whatever I'm going to teach you, I'll teach you as a Java developer. Understood? That's why I'm told you. That's why I told you I
Yeah.
don't know what's written
Now again,
because
what do you mean by business layer here?
business layer means the Java code, right? You cannot write JUnit for your GSP, time leaf, and all. Java code means if you see your project, you have controller, you have service layer, you have repository, right? In repository, you don't have business logic much. Yes, you know. I
Yeah,
mean,
no.
in repository, you have only method declaration. So you cannot write JUnit for that, right? JUnit you
Hmm.
can write only
For the
for your
business
REST
layer.
API. You can write your controller. You can write your service layer. Ready?
Okay. Hmm.
I'm telling you, this is the thing which which you have to use in your project. When you go to the company, people can ask the JUnit. I told you, right? I'm doing the same thing from last 2 weeks, right? They have given me the big thing, okay? A lot of things they have given me, right? That's why. Hello. So
Hmm.
I will show you how to write JUnit and a small code snippet and all. And in JUnit, when you write it, you should know some terminology. Let me show you very quickly. You should text fixtures in JUnit. I will use some dummy data, some hard coded value 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is called take fixtures. Unit test. So unit test means when you write unit test, you are testing single class, right? Testing single class is called unit test. When you write unit test, testing single class, you may be writing many test cases. I'll tell you. Test case is nothing. You are testing a method response against certain input called test cases. I'll tell you. Test suite is a collection of test cases. You have many test cases and you want to make a collection group of it so that you can run all together. That is called test suites. Test runner. Test runner is a software that can execute your test cases and eventually can show the report. Hmm? So to run the test cases, we need a JUnit runner. Do you understand the test runner? Software which can execute your JUnit test cases and in last can show summary of it. Make sense? So to run test cases,
So
we
we need
need
to
this.
install this one,
No.
test runner.
Normally it comes with the jar. So you
Oh,
have to
okay.
just add a dependency in your POM. Done.
Oh,
Really?
on
Yes.
POM?
Yeah. And in Spring Boot, nothing to do. In Spring Boot, all this thing automatically comes. Oh, yes. It comes automatically, right? Make sense?
Yeah.
Done.
Yes, sir.
Unit Runner is a software that execute your test cases and show the report in last. Okay. So see, if you see your project, right? In project, I don't know. In project, you have a controller. You see, daily you may be doing it, man. From time leave, you are making a request to the controller. Yes, you know. And controller is making request to whom?
Service layer.
Service.
Service layer. Thank you, Modest.
Service
Thank you for helping me. This is your controller. Controller is calling service layer, and service layer is calling
Repository.
the
repositories,
repository. Means DO.
database
Yeah.
connection.
So here, one thing I want to make very clear: you are going to write test cases for what?
For
For controller,
Either controller or service.
con
Yeah, service layer,
controller
service,
or
and
control.
this is DO. So we are going to write for service and controller because we have logic both, right? Controller contains
Mm-hmm.
logic and service layer
Well,
also contains logic. So in industry, you have to write controller and service, not for DAO, right?
mm-hmm.
In our project, we have REST API also. We'll start soon REST API. It is there, but we are using it. I don't know. I explain you much about it or not, right? So REST API. So we have to write JUnit for REST API also, right? Three things. Just a second, please. People, I'm back. So
Mm.
you have to write test cases for what? REST
For
API? Oh, you tell
service.
me. This JUnit, why we write to make our code robust? Robust means if you do some code change,
It doesn't crash.
yeah, doesn't crash. Very nice, right? That you are right for that purpose. It's fine. So we write JUnit for REST API. Oh, another question is who write it? Tester or developer? That's a
Of
great
course,
question.
developer.
that's
Developer. Normally people are saying
Develop
tester. Yeah, it is written by developer. If somebody is saying it is written by tester, what you will think about him?
test.
Because they don't know what are
Okay.
the code changes. When we
Yeah,
do the
because
change, then we
it
have to
means he
develop
does
this
not
code.
know anything, right?
It doesn't know
So,
So
much about the code,
in
the
interview,
software.
I'm asking this question: who write these test cases? You say, it is written by the tester. Then I'll reject it.
No more
Reject
job.
you. Yeah, no
then
more
you're
job.
hired.
Exactly. Fired immediately.
reject our train.
Hey, I'll think you are fool, right? You don't know anything, right? Zero. Not zero. Even zero is, good
Zero is
thing.
better.
Yeah, zero is better. We can make in minus 10, minus 20. That's fine. Done. Okay. Now we have to see some simple. Cool. Already I have a lot of JUnit thing in my projects, right? To deal with JUnit, you have to add some jar and all. So my jar and all are already there, right? So you should not bother about it. Clear? I can show you in the POM. In
So
POM,
you
there may
said like
be,
in this Spring projects, that's already there, right?
yeah. Spring
The
Boot,
jars, okay.
when you add this dependency for Spring Boot automatically brings all the dependency for JUnit and JUnit.
JUnits, okay,
So
okay.
JUnit, we have to learn JUnit 4 and 5 both. I will teach you both, okay? JUnit 5 is better compared to JUnit. It is understood, right? That's why. Got it? So tomorrow I'll teach you why JUnit 5 is. Hmm? Cool. So let me show you a very simple example first. I'm going to write in your project. Please help me. See, you see here we have folder src main java, src main resources, src test java, right? We can create one more folder. Allow me. What folder?
Okay.
Source folder, right? src slash test slash resources.
JUnit.
Yep. This is Maven convention, right? As per the Maven convention, this is the folder structure. I like to elaborate a little bit more about it. Hey, JUnit is a big topic, okay? I'm not in hurry. I'll ensure you can write JUnit like Java professional. That's motto of it. Hmm? That will take time. So we are not in hurry. Yes,
Yes.
we are not in hurry. Oh, I'm able to adjust it. SRC main Java, here, this is the place where you write your business logic. SRC main resources are, this is the place where you keep property file, XML file, YAML file, you know, JSON file, blah, 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 blah. All the configuration file, it goes in this. You know it, right? Yep.
Yes.
SRC test Java, this is the special folder where you write your JUnit test cases. Oh, nice. Nah? JUnit test cases. Where you write? In SRC test Java. Are you following me? The reason is, right? Your question may be again why you are not writing all those things in SRC main Java. You cannot do it, right? If you do it, it will there you'll be in trouble. And this is the corresponding resource
Why
file. In
not
this,
in test resources? Yeah, oh, corresponding resources. Okay.
yeah. So in this, you have XML file, YAML file, configuration file, JSON file, a file, that file, all all config. Which is used in which will be used in JUnit. Understood? Only JUnit can use it. Nobody else can use. This is logical. Why? The JUnit thing is only for it only comes in the picture, right? When for your source code. Once you make a bundle of it, right? You know bundle. If you make a jar and war of it, you don't need JUnit classes and configuration file. What? What is it? Once you make a jar and war of your project, then what you don't need? Test cases.
So is
So
it
tell
is it
me.
automatically disappears from there when we make?
Yeah, very good point. Very good observation. When you make a jar and war of it, and because of this special folder name, automatically it will be excluded. After
Okay.
making jar, you say, oh my God, because JUnit you need for source code, right? As long as you have source code, JUnit makes sense. But once it
Yes.
is compiled and binary file is created, like jar and war and ER, you don't need it. So my
So
question
all
is,
So
source folders are gone? Will be gone?
yeah, all the file which you have in SRC test Java, SRC 10 resources, it will be disappear. It will gone.
Even main, right? Search
No,
main.
no, 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 no. SRC main,
Oh,
SRC main resources. Those things will be there, right?
okay.
Those files will be there. But test,
Okay.
what you have in test,
Okay.
test
Got
is,
it.
once you make a war of it, then you don't need JUnit. JUnit is only for developer, right? So once you make a war and jar to deploy in production, you don't need it. Important. So this is another very good question anybody can ask. My question is when you write test cases and when you make a bundle of your project, so those test cases also moved with that or it disappear? Your answer should be disappear. Make
And
sense?
one more question again. So once we sending the project the completed project to the tester, so are we sending it as war project
Yeah,
or?
yeah, 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 yeah. You will never expose the because you will always make a bundle of it. You will always deploy for them, right? Hmm.
Yes.
Tester also can deploy the project. In Jenkins we have the facility of it, right? But normally it is deployed by the development team. Understood?
Yes.
mhm.
Everything is clear to you?
So far.
Yeah, good.
Okay. So let me show you some simple example, right? So I'm just, can you see this? I'm just starting with very basic program, and I hope you will help me. Oh man, I don't want to write any code. This seems like I do not have any choice. I have to do it. Phew. Okay. So let's start with this, not a problem.
Let's start with a simple one.
Yeah, that's problem. I got something. Mathematics. Wow. Then this is my business logic. You just see it and let me know. Hello, everyone. What you need to focus, you have to just focus on this part. I have a class, mathematics. In this class, I have a method fact. Hmm? This is clear? You forget about this, right? This and this.
Okay.
You got confused?
So,
You just focus on this method only.
mm,
Which method? This method.
In
So what
fact
this
method
method is?
or
Yeah, fact method. So in mathematics class, I have a fact method. This fact method, what does? Whatever number you will pass, it will compute a factorial of it and return it. That's it. But in
mhm,
this, we have use case. You should understand the meaning of use case, right? First use case is, if you pass number less than 0, what happen? It will throw the exception. Number cannot be negative. Yes?
mhm,
Man, once exception is
Yes.
thrown, your program will not continue further. It control will go back to the
okay.
caller. So first use case, maybe your number is negative. If your number is 1, then this for loop will not execute. Why? If number is 1, x is 1, 2, and 2 is less than 1, right? This loop
Yes.
will not execute, right? Clear? So total, how many test cases, how many use case we have? 3 use case. First use case,
3.
your program will go inside and it will go back. Second use case, this for loop will not execute. Third use case, for loop will execute. These are called cases, right? Use case. Mhm. Now I have to write test cases. In test cases, what we do? In test case, we pass the input and validate the output against the input. What? Test
mm,
case is the scenario where we pass input to the method. Against that input, we validate the output of it. That's it. So that we normally do test in the JUnit. If you ask this question with anybody, people will say in JUnit, we pass input to the method and validate the output of it. That is not the purpose, right? Purpose is different thing. If I say why you eat food, your answer should not be food is tasty. I like the food, that's why I eat it. No, this is
mhm.
the not purpose of it, right? Food gives you energy to
Yes.
be alive, right? That's reason, right? You want to be alive, that's why you eat food, right? That's reason. It's not like for it's tasty. You like it, right? Modest.
It's a tasty also, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's different thing, man. Right?
Okay.
Why you bought car? For commute purpose. You want to commute from one place to another place, right? You cannot say
Yeah, yeah. To go
it's
to
a
work, to
luxury
go to
item.
college. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. That's main purpose. But you cannot say I bought a car because it has 4 wheels. Okay.
No, 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 no. That's not the scenario.
Modest. Agree?
I totally agree with you. That's a good live example.
Yeah. That's so why you write test cases? Your answer should be to make my code robust. If I do some code change, it can give it can tell me the impact of it immediately. That's reason. Basically, reason is I want to make my code robust. Clear? Done. Now, how to write test cases? Like, let's see.
So the test cases also shows that where I made code changes or not.
Exactly. Your purpose is if you do code change, you should know the impact of it.
No, but the other people will know or not.
Can you come again?
No, I mean for like the test cases, I mean you say that it helps to know the code changes, right? Likewise, I mean if the other people see, I mean they will know or not where the code changes.
Sorry. Just a second. I'm really sorry about it. Can you come again, please?
No, I mean just the test case is talking about like the it will know it will tell I mean where the code changes, right?
No. See, it is not telling you where code change we are doing, right?
Mm-hmm.
It will tell you if you do code change, what other
Oh,
functionality can be
if I do
affected.
code change, okay.
If you do code change, right?
Okay.
This is for you. And what code change you have done, for that we can use source version control tool like Git, all that.
Okay.
It's clear? So let's write JUnit for it, right?
Okay.
JUnit.
Mm-hmm.
Why we are writing? We want to make our code robust. If you do some code change, it will tell you the impact of it. You should always talk like this, okay? This is the real definition, and this is the real use of JUnit. Oh, nice. If you want to write JUnit test cases, you have to make a class, and that class name by convention should be suffixed with test. Can you see this? A, where I'm making the corresponding class of it. Please reply. I want to write JUnit for which class?
For
Mathematics.
mathematics.
Mathematics class, okay.
For this class, you have to make a new class in SRC test Java. Package is same. Can you see this? Package is same.
Mm-hmm.
Only class
Yes.
by convention, it should be suffixed with test. I did it.
Test Java.
Okay.
So this
Mathematics
one,
at
this
test.
one, this one. Not add. Add I will tell you after this. For today, this one, right? So
Yes.
like here, uh,
So this class is
instead,
already there, right?
no. I just make it. You think like this
Oh,
because I'm using ready-made code. Today I'm lazy.
okay.
That
This
is
is
the JUnit,
yeah. This is unit classes, and by convention, it should go to the SRC test Java and same package. Can you see this? com.wrap3tech, com.wrap3tech. Package name is same, only source folder are different. Original logic in SRC main Java,
Okay.
and its
Test
test case
Java.
class is SRC test Java. That's cool.
S-
So
And
Narendra, so every test case should be the different file?
yeah. Every
Okay.
class has a one test case class. Think like this. Suppose we
Okay.
have thousand of class. So if you want to write test cases for all the classes, then you need thousand of test file.
Files. Got it.
So this is, see, if you want to write test case for any class, I want to write test case for mathematics. I need to make an object of it, because if you do not make object of it, then how you can call the method, right? My intention is in my JUnit, I call method on different input and validate the output. Got the purpose? Yeah. So see, I'm just writing a method public void init. Okay. So first of all, I don't want to make you confused. So I need to make an object. Can I make over here? Yeah. Hello, comment it. Guys, are with me?
Yes.
I told you, you have to, in your test case class, that is called your JUnit class. In this, you have to make an object of the class of which you want to write test cases.
Test.
That's correct? Yeah.
Okay.
Now, you can write a method. This is called test case, right? Why? This is called test case. Why? Because in this, I'm testing method output against input. So every test case should be annotated with a test annotation. Which annotation? A test
Yes.
annotation. And it must be public. If you use something else, it will not work. And return type must be void. Nice. When you write test case, it should be public and return type should be void always. And this is the name of test case. As a rule, test case name should be start with test. It's not mandatory, right? I'm not saying must. I'm saying it should. Clear? It should
Convention,
be
huh?
suffix convention. Class should suffix with test and method should prefix with test. Just convention, right? That's why I'm saying it should. And
Mhm.
this is the test name. You can write anything, man. You see, test. Normally I use test method name. Method name you can see, check it, right? Method name is fact. So what test case name will be? Test fact. You see, F capital. After that, here I'm just writing what scenario I'm testing. I'm saying when input 0. Hmm? You got a point? I want to
Yeah.
test method output for which input? 0. So you see, I'm saying, hey,
Zero.
mathematics, I'm calling fact method and I'm passing 0 here. This is nothing. It's a constant. A. Actually, you see here, if I want, I can write 1 also. Sorry, I can write 0 also directly. Are you following me? But when you use values, that is called text fixtures. I told you, right? Whatever values you use in test case, that is called text fixture. But we use constant. This is good to have. I don't know. There is a comment, right? I forget the comment name.
Okay.
If you write hard coded value, you will get the comment, right? I don't know the name of it. I'll let you know tomorrow. Got it? So I'm passing this 0 to fact. Then 0 will return what value? You have to, this is called assert equals. Here, this is the static method. I'm going to just validate the output. What do you say? Hey, you tell me, if you pass 0 to the factorial, output should be always 1. Yes, you know. So in
Yes.
this method, first argument is known as expected. Second one is known as actual. If actual and expected is matched, your test case will pass. If actual and expected does not match, then your test case will fail. Remember it. Got it? So what I'm assuming, hey method, if I pass to you 0, whatever output is coming, it should be 1. That's correct, because I know factorial of 0 is
1.
0.
factorial of 0 is 1.
1.
Oh,
Fine, that's fine, that's fine. Like here, if you pass 0, it will not go to the for loop and return sum, means 1. Make sense? Done. Hello? If you allow to me, can I run this test case?
Yes.
yes.
Want to run the test case? Select this method and coverage as JUnit. I want to show you something.
Oh,
If you
coverage
do
is
it,
okay.
yeah, I'm telling you the meaning of it, right? Like if you
Yeah,
run
this is completely new things.
coverage as, that's fine. You don't worry about it. I don't know other topic. I make you clear or not, but JUnit I'll make you clear for sure. Understood? Hmm. Then you see, if I open this, if I open your business actual class, that is mathematics. Don't worry, I'll teach you this. Oh, you see, it is covering this scenario. Oh man, this test case, when you pass 0, it does not go inside the if condition. That's correct. It does not go in the for loop also.
Okay.
How do you know that? Because of the
It's
color?
it's green. Yeah. Green means this line
Oh,
executed and this line executed. Yellow means it is partial executed.
Oh, okay. Red
And
is not at all.
no, not at all. So your JUnit is just covering this portion, right? Testing this portion only. You have to test your for loop and this if condition also. Make sense? That I want to show you. Hello?
We reach there, like just.
I'm telling you, you have to write more test cases. This is one test case where you are passing 0. The second, we have second test case. Can you see this? Test fact when input negative, right? What is that? My This is my public wide test case. My test case test fact when input is negative. The here passing negative. If you pass the negative
Yeah.
number, it must be throw the exception. What? Arithmetic
Mhm.
exception. See, you got it?
Yes.
Uh, Man, if you pass number 0, it will throw arithmetic exception. Got it or you got confused?
A little bit confused on this one.
got
See,
it.
it's still red.
No. I'm not running, man. That's why it's red. Okay. If I run it,
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
so let me do that. If you run this test case, the way I'm doing coverage as, so don't take tension. I'm here. I'll let you know how to do that. Anyway, recording we are doing. Coverage as JUnit test case. Can you see this? Now this becomes
Green.
green because I run only one test case. Okay, if I can run all test case also. I'll show you how. So this test case is clear. When I'm testing it for 0, here I'm testing for negative value, right? And this is called negative test cases. Why, man? Because you are testing it for exception, right? Where you are expecting if you pass minus test, your method must be throwing the exception. Clear? What about one? Test fact when input is 1. Factorial of 1 is 1. Are you following me? In this case, it will go in the for loop. What about 5? For 5, it will also go in the for loop. Yes or no?
How do
Guys,
you
you're not
select
replying.
a particular test case?
I'll tell you. What's the question is?
How do you isolate it to test only a particular case? Like in this
Yeah.
scenario,
If you want to
we are
test
doing a
particular
three
test case, you select it and right click and then run it. If you
And
select
cover
it
it
and
also,
run it,
okay.
it will
okay.
execute the particular test case. So this test case is similar. Yes, you know, you are testing the method for 1, 5, and 7. 1 factorial is
So
1.
basically, it's just like a different method, right?
Yeah. Actually, in test cases, you write the scenario. You test your method output against different input. That's it. What we are doing in every test cases. I'm giving different input to it, and its output I am validating. Simple. Clear? Tomorrow,
Okay.
somebody
So
will change the.
that
So
read means
tomorrow,
it's not executed, right?
yeah. I'll let it run it. So how many test cases we have together? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? It is
5,
enough.
yeah.
In JUnit, you always test the boundary condition. Are you following me?
Boundary
Suppose
condition.
boundary means you can test for negative value, you can test for 0, right?
Mm.
0, less than 0, and greater than 0. Done. Hey guys, can I run this in one shot, all the test cases?
Yeah.
Right click on that. Then you right click on anywhere, right? Not on particular
How do you
method.
select all these, Nagendra?
No need to select all. I'm telling you. If
Okay.
you
Just
want to
right click on
run,
No, I
the
mean,
right click, yeah, over there.
no, all making red, all the methods.
no, it is because of plugin. Okay, you don't care about it.
Okay.
So if you want to run all, if you want, you can select the class, right? It is up to you. And cover here I'm using coverage as because I want to see the coverage. Otherwise, you can run as,
Yes.
right? If you run as, it will not show the color. I'm doing knowingly, okay, so that it can run and it can show the color also. Here, you got a point. This is saying
Yeah,
showing
minus is not.
my every test is run, but here when this is running, right, it's showing the exception. It's not completed. That's why it's showing red. Okay, I don't care about it.
Okay.
My important thing is you should go and check in the mathematics, right? How much code is covered. You see now? Like I'm not interested in this part, right? I told you, right? I'm interested in this part. Now you see everything is covered.
Okay.
Not tested in this. I'll tell you this tomorrow. Okay. You got this? I'm able to test my fact method. And this is, I'm covering how many lines of code in my JUnit? 100% for this method. So
Yeah.
you
So
can run it.
Narendra, sorry,
If we,
just
so,
yeah, no. Just, can you go back that the green one? Is that from the source main or the test?
Yeah. This is the source class which you want to, for which you want to write test cases.
No, source Java or test. I mean, test Java or the main source main.
Hey, this is source main.
Oh, okay, that's right. Okay,
Taste is suffix with taste. That's why we have convention so that we should not
okay,
get confused at all.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
fine.
Thank you.
Then if you want to simply run as a
Testing.
JUnit, you can run as a JUnit. Can you see this? Run as JUnit. Are you following me? Then it will not show you the green and all. Fine. So green and all is temporarily, and you can delete it from here. Can you see this?
The green
Done.
one is the easiest one then.
No, yeah. That is showing the code coverage actually, right? So you
Yeah.
can run as a
Okay.
JUnit. Now it will show you and it will show you summary of it. You see? Summary? Okay, let me run it again. Sorry. Right click, run as JUnit. It will show you the summary here. Can you see this? Total 5 of 5, right?
Correct. Yeah.
5 of
So
5, error 0
five
and failure
pass.
0. Failure means input actual and expected mismatch. Error means some
Oh,
exception
okay.
came. Sometimes this
Okay.
question can be asked, what is the difference between error and failure? Failure means input and output doesn't match. Then it will show you this case is fail, but it's not showing properly. It should show something. Okay, just a second.
So error is the exception.
Exception will come into the error condition.
Okay.
But here it's not showing. Normally it's not showing properly in my editor. Actually, it should show the number and test case name, which is not coming. Hey, let me make one fail. It's okay. How you can make it fail? Any guess?
Condition
Like
change.
here, yeah, here you just make it 2, right? Actual is 1. When you call it, actual will come 1, but you are expecting 2. It should fail, right? Run it. Can you see this now? And we have total 5 of 5. 1 fails. Can you see this? This method. Taste fact when input
Yeah.
is 1.
One failure.
And it's saying here very, very clearly, expected 2, but found 1. That's fine. You click and reach over there. No? Got the idea?
Okay, it goes there.
Like here, I'm a programmer and by mistake I change the logic. What I change? I change the logic of it. How? Allow me. I just make it +1. But then what happened? I change the logic. Man, this is small code, but you think you have many thousand of code, lines of code, and you just do +1 by mistake. What happened then? Then you can see all the test case might be failing. It means you did some blunder. Can you see this? Oh, no. Give me a second. I ran the wrong file, right? Let's run it. Oh, Mr.
Wrong file.
What I did? Oh, you see, it is failing.
All fell.
What happened? It means I did some blunder. I'm not supposed to do any mistake, right? So you got the benefit. If you do some code change by mistake or knowingly, right, it will show you the impact of it. It means whatever changes I have done, I'm not supposed to do. That's incorrect. You got the purpose of it?
So basically, before deploying the code, we have to do this for each and every one.
Very right. Very right. He's saying before deploying my code, I should run test cases for sure. 100%. Understood?
So my
Now your-
question,
listen to me. Your question may be, Nagin, I am a human being, right? Suppose I did some code change and I forget to run the test cases. Then, my dear friend, in deployment, right? When you do the deployment, for deployment, we have a process. When you deploy it, there is a pipeline. In deployment, even though you forget to run test case at your local machine, but when you deploy it, automatically all the test cases will run. There will be some configuration over there. Are you following me? It means you cannot bypass the test cases. You got it? By mistake. People, you are not
Okay.
deploying. What I say? Test
Yeah.
cases, you should run it, right? But nobody can force you to because we are human being, right? We maybe forget it. Suppose you forget to run the test cases and your test cases are failing, but when you deploy it, before deployment, automatically test case will run. This is the part of the process. Got it?
Okay.
Then
Okay.
you'll come to know, oh my God, you cannot deploy it because a lot of things are failing. Done.
Okay.
Modest, go ahead.
yeah, no, I think you answered my question. The issue was about when you write it, because in this scenario, we are testing one method or two methods, but I'm looking at a situation whereby you're writing a code that you are not sure whether it's going to affect multiple modules. How are you going to write the test case on that?
You
The
have to write
JUnit
test
for
case
that.
for all the module. And another question you may have, test case writing is a time consuming process? I would say
Yeah, I
yes.
can see.
Yes.
Very
And
tedious
Looks
job,
it.
I can see.
Yeah.
they will give you the time. And I'm telling you, test case is copy
Mm.
paste. Once you are able to write for one method once and then copy paste.
Oh,
I'll show you the
okay.
actual code tomorrow, right? Where I'm writing it for. I have a lot of test cases. Maybe many thousand test cases I have.
Okay.
Now, you know, one question. So
Yeah.
when we run the test cases and if there is no error, so can we just copy the all the codes and space in original file and delete the test cases, the whole package?
Why,
Or no, we
why
just
you
keep
want
it.
to
No, I'm just
man?
asking, like you
If you delete
because
it,
we're just
right?
doing it. Yeah.
If you delete it, then what for next time?
So because we need it, because you said like manager come
Yeah,
and ask in the end, like
it should be always in the source code, man. Because when you make a package of it, already I told you, this code will gone automatically. No need to delete it.
all right, yeah, all right, thanks.
Okay. Another thing is when you run the test cases, see, I'm running my all the test cases on same object or different object. Any guess? Same object. Can you see this?
Same object.
But ideally, you should
Different
run test
logics.
case. You should run your all the method, all the test cases on different fresh object. Otherwise, one
Mm.
object state can affect other test cases, right? All the test case should run independently. Are you following me? So what is the good practice? Don't make object over here. See, you should make object in one of the special method name could be anything, but you should annotate with at before. The benefit is this method will execute before every test cases, right? If this test case turn comes, then this before will run and it will make a new object. Got it? Second time when this comes, again this method will run, right? So what is the benefit of at before annotation? At before annotation will ensure this method is going to be executed before every test cases. So benefit is before running any test cases, it will make an object of mathematics. Make sense?
Yes, a
Okay,
new
so
object.
basically every test cases must have init method.
No, name could be anything, but you can write public void method. Method name can be modest, right? It could be anything, doesn't matter. Annotation is important. This annotation will ensure this method is going to be executed before every test cases, so that you can run your test case on new object, fresh
Oh,
object.
Okay.
You got this much? So please go and just have a look on this much, and tomorrow I'll continue on top of it. But when you come for this, you should know this much. I'm telling you. If you don't know this much, tomorrow you can understand test cases. Clear? So this is very fundamental, and this is very basic, right? Uh, Nobody does like this in the industry, right? So this is A for apple, simple, not more than that. Clear?
So, Nagendra,